Did you know YouTube gives a YouTuber basics book to everyone who starts a YouTube channel? Yeah, chapter 7 says, when doing an unboxing video, always wait till the middle of the video to build suspense before you unbox it. Wait, really? Nah, we don't got time for that. Right now, I'm going to unbox a paper stock certificate, which is just as authentic as a stock on your brokerage. Well, I can go on, but we'll save that for later in the video, where I also talk about how you can get one of these bad boys for free. But for now, I can't wait any longer. I'm gonna open up this paper stock right now. It took probably 2 months or so before I actually ended up getting this. All right, so on the front it says official shareholder, and on the back it has where I purchased this, but nothing really stunning out the top. It's got this like marble design, but then we're gonna open it up and see what stock I got. So this is Berkshire Hathaway paper stock. I put like tape around information I think is private. I mean, this right here is my name and address, so definitely private. But over here, it just had something called number, and I didn't know if it was like the specific number for this specific paper stock, so I just hit it just to be safe. And then over here is the QSIP, which I'm pretty sure isn't, I don't have to hide that. I think that's just a number that Berkshire Hathaway is tied to, but I decided to hide it just because I didn't know. I'm better safe than sorry, right? But man, look at this red pattern work and this wonderful design, this stamp right here. That's so cool. And then the watermark, certificates of stock. Right here, it's just a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo, but then it's got signed by all these awesome people. Our boy Warren Buffett in particular. I mean, it's not a pen, it's a digital copy here, but still super, super cool. This is so worth all those times that I mistakenly took a package for being a paper stock when it wasn't. I'm going to open this package that has a stock in it right now. Okay. I haven't seen this. I've never done this before, so we're seeing it for the first time together. Okay, what is this? This isn't the package. Got fooled again. And for those who are curious, this is what the back looks like. It's not really much there. I think it's how you sell it or assign it to somebody. So what is a paper stock certificate? Before we had computers, we had the dinosaurs. Or so it would seem. Many of us have grown up with computers for so long, we don't even think about how we traded stocks before we had computers. In fact, paper stocks go so far back that in the 1700s, Isaac Newton was making investments so bad, Benjamin Graham would later be laughing at it in The Intelligent Investor. This stock was in a company called the Dutch East India Company, which was the first one to issue stock and was over 400 years old. Unfortunately though, this student found it in an archive, and now this stock belongs to a museum, so there's no remarkable and fun story about how a student who was studying for some project they were working on found $1 million or $1 billion and suddenly became rich. Although I can't leave you without a fun story. That paper stock I unboxed wasn't the only one in this package. I got another one, and it's not Berkshire Hathaway. And I'm going to unbox it again right now. It turns out I did listen to my YouTube basics book, and I left some suspense for you. All right, so I unboxed this one already with my fiance. Yes, I got engaged now. And you can see our live reaction at the very end, but I decided to have a live reaction with you instead and put that towards the end. Here we go. The other stock I got was Apple. All right. So Apple to me doesn't look as beautiful of a design as Berkshire Hathaway. So that's pretty cool, but I definitely like my Berkshire Hathaway. One thing I really liked about Berkshire Hathaway is, I don't know if you guys remember, but $10 bills, instead of a green print, or actually they're yellow now. Before that they were green, and they had a green stamp on them. Before that they even had red. And that's to me what it looked like. It might have been a $5 bill, but still. This is the Apple design. This is the other stock I got, which kind of complicates things because Apple pays a dividend. And we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, pretty cool Apple stock. Now I have other things to tell you, like how you can get one of these for free. This is becoming like the best video I've ever had to make. It's just so much fun. And during the process, I actually learned the funniest thing I've ever heard about finance. And I'm going to save it for the end. Right now, we're going to talk about how you can get one of these hyped up paper stocks, how you can get one on discount, and then how you can get one for free. Now in the 90s, that's when we started digitizing everything. Think 90s tech bubble, right? And the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation came in and started disincentivizing paper stocks. And how do they do that? Obviously, they charged a fee, right? An enormous $500 fee. So if you want, some brokerages, I called Vanguard and they don't allow it. But according to Fidelity's website and others, you can actually call them and have your stocks converted into paper stocks. Of course, you're going to pay the $500 fee. And there's other things I should warn you about too. When I ordered these paper stocks, it was in September 28th, 2020. So it took, I want to say, almost 3 months. I'm going to say 2.5 months for it to get here. Now, don't be worried if you thought you wanted to get this for Christmas and now you're out of time. Because what they can do that I decided not to do is order you a replica in the meantime, just because it takes so long to go through the transfer process. So you still can give it to someone for a gift if you want to make it in time for Christmas. Or if you just want to wait and do it another time, or you just want it as soon as possible, you can do that too. Although there's other disadvantages, right? Because paper stocks, if you wanted to sell it immediately today, you can't do that like you can on Fidelity or Vanguard or Charles Schwab. You would have to actually get it signed by appropriate authority. So I'm told, I haven't done it yet. And I don't plan to. I love these things. You would get it signed and then you'd have it shipped off and then eventually it would be sold. But that would only be after a few days, weeks, months maybe. So it's never going to be the financially best decision for you to make unless there's a psychology, which I'll talk about in a second. But the way that I got these paper stocks is I went to uniquestockgift.com. A link is in the description below. And I actually didn't know this at the time, but there's actually coupon codes you can use. So you can be smarter than I was. And if you get a frame, which mine weren't framed, so there was actually just a basic package, you can use frame 10 for $10 off. And any stock you get, you can use Mickey and just get $5 off, which again, I didn't know. Hindsight's 2020, I guess. But I do have to tell you that there are going to be fees on uniquestockgift.com. They're not going to be the enormous $500 one, but they are going to be higher than the stock price you'll pay today. For example, Apple was trading at $120 when I purchased it, but then I ended up paying $189 after all the fees and shipping and handling and everything of that sort. Berkshire Hathaway was selling for $224. I ended up paying $293, I want to say, for it. That should be close. So again, not the financially best decision, unless there's a psychology, right? For me, holding on to these stocks, I want to hold on to these things forever. And I know we all say that about all the stocks we have, but this also being how heavy it is to transport and sell and stuff, probably makes me want to hold on to it longer. Also, think about it. If you gave it to like your kid or your grandkid, maybe that'll incentivize them to save money or just something cool that they hold on to forever. I think that's something that definitely adds value to having the paper stock rather than owning kind of the digital thing. It's something you can hold in your hand. I mean, for everyone that's different. Another thing that I like about these paper stocks is being a finance YouTuber, I now have something I can throw in the background. Although, now that I've seen how much personal information is on it, I might try not to do that, but maybe I will. I haven't decided yet. Hopefully we'll see it. That's really why I want to have it. Because what's cooler than having a paper stock certificate in the back of your YouTube videos if you're a finance YouTuber? So, how do you get them for free and why didn't I do it? Well, all you have to do is follow these 4 steps according to an article by USA Today. And the reason why I didn't do it is just because I didn't know about it until I purchased the paper stocks. So unfortunately, fair warning, I don't know how hard or easy this process is or how legit it is, and maybe I'll do it in the future if I have enough requests. But for right now, this is all the steps, and I've listed the article that I'm referencing in the description below if you want to check out the exact details. But that's how you get the free one if you want to. That's paper stocks. And of course, I promised you fun facts. So the first one is in 1929, stock markets crashed. One of the biggest crashes, I think, up until 2008. And it became common tradition in households to take paper stocks that the company became debunked or zero essentially and turn it into wallpaper on the house, which is just so funny to me. And that wasn't even the funny one because it came with the second one in case that one didn't knock it out of the park. The funnier one, and this channel really tries to be PG and I can't, was what I want to say. So I'm going to do something elusive here. There is a company whose mascot is a bunny, known for being a little bit more adult, who decided on the design of their paper stock was going to be something a little bit more risque. And their paper stock got so much demand because of that, they had to end the design and do something else. So apparently, if you want to get as many people to buy your stock as possible, I guess that's one way to do it. And that concludes this video. If you found this content helpful or entertaining, make sure you equal that like and dislike button by stalking our subscriber count and Liberty Bell that notification icon. That's all, and thanks for watching. So Shannon just showed up. She saw the Berkshire Hathaway one, said something funny. I said, damn, I should have been recording. So now I'm going to show her the Apple one. I haven't seen the Apple one myself, so this is like both of our first impression kind of deal.
So far, same thing.
Yep, same outside and everything, and then you open it up and...
Ooh.
Yeah.
That one looks more like a degree and less like a check.
Yeah, she said the Berkshire Hathaway looked like both a check and a degree combined. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's legit.